deals. Let's bring in political analyst Steve Farnsworth, author of Spinner-in-Chief, How Presidents Sell Their Policies and Themselves. Steve, it's great to see you again. Thanks for this.
Glad to be here.
You get a sense that the British are saying, you know what, whether we like Trump or not, this is the American president, and this relationship is more important than whatever we may think personally of him. Your assessment of his trip to the UK so far?
Well, it's clear that the best way to get through to Trump is to have this kind of pageantry and flattery and really make him feel special. It's a key success strategy for the British and European allies to employ. It's really important when you think about the issues on the agenda here, the tariffs, the trade, the war in Ukraine. There are just so many things where Donald Trump does not necessarily see eye to eye with Europeans or Canadians. And so the effort to charm him today may make him more amenable to agreements more along the lines of what Europe would want going forward.
Is it all about, Steve, or mostly about flattery when it comes to Trump?
Well, I think it's an important part of it. I think Donald Trump is really someone who's very motivated by people who respect him, who say positive things about him. And that you see that across the board in terms of how Trump selects the members of his cabinet, whether he decides to keep them or not, if they get into trouble. Over and over again, the key coin of this man's realm is the question of loyalty. Many presidents have focused on loyalty, but for Trump, it's more intense than many of the other presidents.
What do you think is the takeaway here for the British in terms of what they can hope for? I mean, so far, everything seems to have been going according to plan. There have been no hiccups, no issues, no problems as well. But the president can be very volatile. You know, the wrong thing is said, the wrong question is asked, and he can lash out. We are expecting him to meet with the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer tomorrow. These men seem to have a good working relationship, although they are, you know, pretty diametrically opposed in terms of their politics on a lot of issues, Steve.
Yeah, but for Trump, it's important to remember that a lot of this is personal. This is someone who is an Anglophile. This is somebody who would really respect the kind of treatment that he's receiving here. For the Europeans as a group, it's certainly ideal to have the UK take the lead here because, of course, Trump's mother was Scottish. There is a significant financial presence for the Trump company in Scotland, where there is a famous golf course. And so there is a lot of connection between the U.S. and the U.K. that also connects Trump with the royal family and with the various prime ministers who have served during the time that he's been in office in these now his second term.
And so in a way that gives the British an advantage, Steve, I guess, over countries, let's say like Canada, where, you know, we don't necessarily have this kind of, you know, royal family here on Canadian soil, and there just isn't that same sort of thing where, you know, in the case of the British, Trump loves the royals. He loved the late Queen Elizabeth, and he seems to get along very well with King Charles.
Yeah, and I think that does matter a great deal. This pageantry is part of the way that Trump views his role as president, as a ceremonial one in part. If you look at the way that the White House has been redesigned, there's lots of gold now in the Oval Office. If you think about the plans to build a big festival space for the president, and a dining ceremonial space. Over and over again, you see this idea that the presidency needs maybe more UK-style grandeur in Trump's mind as a path going forward. And so it does give the British an advantage that Trump is so fond of British traditions, the British royal, and British culture more generally.
Hey, Steve, it's great to see you again. I appreciate you taking the time to give us your insights on Donald Trump's trip to the UK. All the best.
Thank you. You too.